Reaching the age of 85 is often viewed as a matter of genetic luck, but statistical data suggests that lifestyle factors and specific, often overlooked mistakes play a much larger role in longevity than DNA. Many seniors unfortunately pass away prematurely, not because of inevitable biological failure, but because of a series of small, uncorrected habits that gradually undermine the body's ability to survive. By identifying these hidden mistakes early, you can make simple adjustments that dramatically increase your chances of living a long, robust and independent life. 1. Ignoring the loss of balance. The first and arguably most critical mistake is ignoring the subtle deterioration of balance. Falls are the leading cause of fatal injury in older adults, and the path to a fall often begins years before the actual event. Many seniors begin to notice they feel slightly unsteady when turning quickly, or they start holding onto furniture as they walk through their home. This is often dismissed as just getting older, but it is a major warning sign. When balance is compromised, it changes how you walk. You might start taking shorter steps, keeping your feet wider apart, or looking down at the ground constantly. This shuffle walk actually increases the risk of tripping because you are not lifting your feet high enough to clear small obstacles like rug edges or uneven pavement. A fall that results in a hip fracture is a life-altering event. Statistics show that the mortality rate in the year following a hip fracture is significant. This is not just because of the broken bone, but because the recovery period requires immobilization. Lying in a hospital bed for weeks leads to muscle atrophy, pneumonia risks, and blood clots. Therefore, protecting your balance is actually protecting your life. This is simple to do. You must treat balance like a muscle that needs to be trained. The vestibular system in the inner ear and the proprioceptors in your joints need constant stimulation to stay sharp. Standing on one foot while holding onto a kitchen counter for support is a daily habit that retrains the brain to find its center of gravity. This fits into any routine. You can do this while waiting for coffee to brew or while brushing your teeth. The goal is to challenge the body slightly so that it learns to stabilize itself. If you never challenge your balance, your body forgets how to react when you slip. Another helpful adjustment is checking your vision. Balance is heavily dependent on visual cues. If you have outdated prescription glasses or untreated cataracts, your brain is not getting the correct data about where the floor is. Correcting your vision is an immediate upgrade to your stability. This helps the body function more easily. It is also vital to remove trip hazards in the home. Loose throw rugs, electrical cords across walkways, and clutter on the stairs are mistakes that are easy to fix but often ignored until it is too late. By clearing your path, you remove the environmental risk factors. Most older adults can improve their stability within weeks. Balance is not a fixed decline, it is responsive to practice. By acknowledging that you feel unsteady and taking action, whether through simple exercises, Tai Chi or physical therapy, you are actively preventing the accident that ends many lives prematurely. 2. Allowing social circles to shrink here is another simple habit that has a profound biological impact. A major hidden mistake is allowing your social world to shrink. Retirement, the loss of a spouse, or friends moving away can lead to unintentional isolation. While it might feel comfortable to stay home and avoid the effort of socializing, chronic loneliness is as dangerous to your health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. Humans are wired for connection. When you are socially isolated, your body enters a state of chronic low-level stress. This triggers the release of cortisol, the stress hormone. High levels of cortisol over a long period damage the cardiovascular system, increase blood pressure, and suppress the immune system. This helps the body stay balanced. Social interaction acts as a workout for the brain. Having a conversation requires you to listen, process information, read facial expressions, and formulate a response. This complex mental activity keeps neural pathways firing and healthy. When you stop socializing, these pathways can atrophy, accelerating cognitive decline and dementia. Dementia itself significantly shortens life expectancy. By keeping the brain active through social engagement, you are protecting the organ that controls your entire body. The mistake is thinking that socializing is just fun or optional. In reality, it is a biological necessity. This works well for most older adults. You do not need to be the life of the party. The goal is consistent, meaningful contact. This could be a weekly lunch with a friend, a daily phone call to a family member, or joining a local club or religious group. One more easy change is to schedule social interactions, just like you schedule doctor appointments. Do not wait for them to happen spontaneously. Put them on the calendar. Knowing you have an event to attend gives you a sense of purpose and structure to your week, which is vital for mental health. This is easy on the joints. If mobility is an issue, technology can bridge the gap. Video calls allow you to see faces and feel connected without leaving your chair. While face-to-face is best, digital connection is far superior to isolation. The mistake of withdrawal is often gradual. You might decline one invitation, then another, until you find yourself alone most of the time. Reversing this requires a conscious effort to say yes to invitations and to reach out to others. It is an investment in your immune system and your longevity. Third, ignoring hearing loss. Another helpful step involves your senses. A critical mistake that many seniors make is ignoring or denying hearing loss. It is estimated that nearly half of all people over the age of 75 have some degree of hearing difficulty, yet only a fraction wear hearing aids. This is not just a matter of asking people to repeat themselves. Untreated hearing loss is directly linked to early mortality and dementia. The mechanism is called cognitive load. When you cannot hear well, your brain has to work overtime just to decode sound. It diverts energy and resources away from other functions, such as memory and thinking, just to understand a sentence. This constant strain exhausts the brain and accelerates the aging process of the mind. Furthermore, hearing loss leads to the social isolation we just discussed. If you cannot hear the conversation at a dinner table, you eventually stop going to the dinner. You withdraw into a silent world, which triggers depression and cognitive decline. This is simple to do. The stigma around hearing aids is a dangerous barrier. Modern hearing aids are small, discreet, and highly effective. Getting your hearing tested is a painless, simple procedure that should be part of your annual health routine. This fits into any routine. If you are prescribed hearing aids, the mistake is leaving them in the drawer. The brain needs time to adjust to hearing sounds again. It takes consistency. Wearing them every day protects your brain structure. Studies have shown that seniors who wear hearing aids significantly reduce their risk of developing dementia compared to those who leave hearing loss untreated. This helps the body function more easily. Being able to hear also keeps you safe. You can hear a car approaching, a fire alarm, or a doctor's instructions clearly. Mishearing medical advice or medication dosages is a common and preventable cause of serious health complications. Most older adults can adapt to hearing aids quickly. It connects you back to the world. It allows you to engage with your grandchildren, listen to music, and participate in life fully. Do not view hearing aids as a sign of weakness, but as a tool for survival and cognitive protection. 4. Chronic dehydration. One more easy change you can try relates to water. A hidden mistake that sends many seniors to the hospital is chronic dehydration. As we age, our physiological sense of thirst diminishes. The hypothalamus, the part of the brain that signals you to drink, becomes less sensitive. This means you can be severely dehydrated and yet not feel thirsty at all. Water is essential for every chemical reaction in the body. When you are dehydrated, your blood volume decreases. This forces the heart to beat faster to pump the thicker blood through the body, placing unnecessary strain on the cardiovascular system. Dehydration also affects kidney function. The kidneys need water to filter waste from the blood. If there isn't enough fluid, toxins build up in the system, leading to confusion, urinary tract infections, and ultimately kidney failure. A simple urinary tract infection in a senior can lead to sepsis, a life-threatening condition if not managed. This helps reduce stiffness. Dehydration also contributes to low blood pressure, which causes dizziness when standing up. We already discussed how dangerous falls are. Staying hydrated is one of the best ways to keep your blood pressure stable and your head clear. This is simple to do. You cannot rely on thirst. You must drink by schedule. A helpful habit is to drink a full glass of water with every meal and one small glass between meals. This ensures a baseline of hydration regardless of how you feel. This fits into any routine. If you dislike plain water, herbal tea or water with a slice of lemon counts. The goal is fluid intake. Soups and fruits with high water content like melon also contribute to your total. Another gentle adjustment helps with monitoring. Check the color of your urine. It should be a pale, light yellow. If it is dark or amber-colored, you are already dehydrated and need to drink water immediately. Most older adults can prevent hospitalization simply by drinking more water. It is a free, simple intervention that supports the heart, kidneys, and brain. By ignoring the lack of thirst and drinking intentionally, you avoid a cascade of organ stress. 5. Undereating protein. Here is another simple habit that protects your physical structure. A major mistake that accelerates aging is undereating protein. As people age, their appetite often decreases, and they tend to gravitate toward foods that are easy to prepare and chew, such as toast, oatmeal, or soup. While these are fine, they often lack sufficient protein. The condition is called sarcopenia, which is the age-related loss of muscle mass. Muscle is not just for strength. It is the largest metabolic organ in the body. It stores glucose, regulates metabolism, and provides the armor that protects your bones if you fall. Seniors actually need more protein per pound of body weight than younger adults, not less. This is because older bodies become less efficient at processing protein, a phenomenon known as anabolic resistance. If you eat the same amount as you did in your 40s, you will slowly lose muscle mass every year. This weakness leads to frailty. Frailty is the condition that makes it difficult to recover from a minor illness. If you have low muscle mass and catch the flu, you may not have the reserves to fight it off and recover your strength. This works well for most older adults. You should aim to include a solid source of protein at every single meal. A boiled egg at breakfast, Greek yogurt or tuna at lunch, and chicken or beans at dinner. Spreading the protein out helps the body utilize it better than eating it all at once. This is easy on the routine. If cooking meat is difficult, use softer sauces like cottage cheese, nut butters, or protein shakes. The goal is to prioritize protein on the plate. Eat the protein first before you fill up on bread or vegetables. This helps the body stay balanced. Muscle mass is the primary predictor of longevity. The more muscle you keep, the longer you are likely to live. It is the engine that keeps you moving. By consciously increasing your protein intake, you stop the slow drift into frailty. Most older adults can reverse muscle loss with diet and movement. It is never too late to rebuild, but it requires the raw materials. The mistake of the tea and toast diet is one of the fastest ways to weaken the body's defenses. 6th, poor oral hygiene. Another helpful step involves your dental health. It is easy to overlook oral hygiene as a life or death issue, but for seniors it absolutely is. A common mistake is neglecting gum health, leading to periodontal disease. The mouth is the gateway to the bloodstream. When you have gum disease, the gums become inflamed and bleed. This allows bacteria from the mouth to enter the bloodstream directly. These bacteria can travel to the heart and attach to the valves or the inner lining of the heart chambers, causing a serious infection called endocarditis. Furthermore, chronic inflammation in the gums contributes to systemic inflammation throughout the entire body. Systemic inflammation is a driver of heart disease, diabetes, and even Alzheimer's disease. The plaque on your teeth has a direct relationship with the plaque in your arteries. This is simple to do. Brushing twice a day and flossing daily is non-negotiable. If you have arthritis that makes flossing difficult, there are tools like water flossers or floss picks with larger handles that make the task easier. This fits into any routine. Regular dental checkups are crucial. A dentist can spot infection before it spreads. If you wear dentures, they must be cleaned meticulously every day to prevent fungal infections and bacterial growth that can be inhaled into the lungs, causing pneumonia. This helps the body function more easily. Aspiration pneumonia, where bacteria from the mouth are breathed into the lungs, is a major cause of death in the elderly. By keeping the mouth clean, you reduce the bacterial load that could potentially infect your lungs. Most older adults can improve their heart health simply by taking better care of their teeth. It is a hidden connection that many people miss. Do not skip the dentist because you think, "I'm old, my teeth don't matter." They matter for your heart, your lungs, and your brain. 7. Medication, mismanagement, polypharmacy. One more easy change you can try relates to your medicine cabinet. A dangerous mistake is what doctors call polypharmacy, which is the use of multiple medications concurrently. As you age, you may see different specialists, a cardiologist, a rheumatologist, an endocrinologist. Often, these doctors do not communicate with each other. You might end up on 10 or 12 different medications. The risk of adverse drug interactions increases exponentially with every new pill you add. A drug prescribed for one symptom might cause a side effect that looks like a new disease, leading to another prescription. This is called a prescribing cascade. Furthermore, older livers and kidneys process drugs more slowly. A dose that was safe for you at 60 might be toxic at 80 because it stays in your system longer. Over-medication can cause dizziness, confusion, often mistaken for dementia, and extreme fatigue. This is simple to do. You need to perform a brown bag review at least once a year. Put every single pill you take, prescription, over-the-counter, vitamins and supplements, into a bag and take it to your primary care doctor or a pharmacist. Ask them to review everything. Ask specifically, do I still need this? Is this interacting with anything else? Can we lower the dose? Is this pill causing my dizziness? This fits into any routine. Being an active participant in your medication management is vital. Do not assume that because a doctor prescribed it 5 years ago, you must take it forever. Bodies change and needs change. This helps the body function more easily. Reducing unnecessary medication lifts the burden on your liver and kidneys. It often clears up brain fog and improves energy levels. Many seniors find that when they safely stop unnecessary medications under a doctor's supervision, they feel years younger. Most older adults can benefit from simplifying their regimen. The mistake is passive acceptance. You must advocate for the minimum effective dose. Your goal is to treat the condition without creating a new problem. Final thoughts on longevity. Dying before 85 is often not a result of a single catastrophic event, but the accumulation of these small, uncorrected mistakes over time. Loss of balance, isolation, untreated hearing loss, dehydration, protein deficiency, gum disease, and medication overload create a death by 1,000 cuts scenario. The good news is that every single one of these factors is under your control. You can drink water today. You can call a friend today. You can eat an egg for lunch. You can practice standing on one foot. These are not expensive medical treatments. They are daily choices. By avoiding these hidden mistakes, you stop the drift toward frailty and disease. You actively build a body that is resilient, strong, and capable of carrying you well into your 90s. Aging is inevitable, but the rate at which you age is largely up to you. Take these tips seriously. Look at your daily routine and see where you might be making these mistakes. Correct them gently, one by one. If you know someone over 50 who could benefit from this, share this video to help them stay healthy and subscribe for more simple health insights.